Hi, beautiful fellow Scorpio. I have a reading for you. I'm very excited to get you your reading today. Being a fellow Scorpio, I am, of course, the most comfortable in your energy, and I love Scorpio energy so much. So I'm going to start off by talking about what I see in the underlying energy of this reading. So the context that this reading seems to want to bring to our understanding is an ending of some sort. You have the Ten of Swords in your underlying energy, which signifies the end of something, the completion of something, and the beginning of a new something is implied. Right underneath that, I have this Three of Swords energy, so it might have been a difficult ending. It might not have even necessarily been in the immediate past. It might have occurred a while ago, but what's coming out in your reading wants to reference this experience. It wants to put it in this context. And what I have next to that is coming out of that energy, you may have needed to be really resilient because you may have encountered quite a few obstacles. But this experience has really required you to tap into your resilience, and it strengthened you in a lot of ways. It seems to also have led to an awakening of some sort or an up-leveling of some sort because you also had the divine feminine come out with this. So it feels as though this experience has really served to put you on the path toward your divinity or tapped you into your divinity. That's what I mean by it seems to have triggered an awakening of sorts. And right underneath that, I have pathway. So it's like this experience has led you to go down this path that is really in alignment with you tapping into deeper into your divinity than you ever had. And that's so common, right? That difficult experiences end up refining us in so many ways. They awaken aspects of us that we didn't even know existed before the experience. And so you're starting off your reading with this beautiful action card. It's like this surrender, deeply embodied, dancing sort of action. It's like very feminine energy. This seems to be waking up in you. This seems to be something that you're learning how to tap into. And it feels as though it's guiding you closer to true fulfillment, or at least to identifying what true fulfillment really means to you. The Ten of Cups is happiness in all things. So this awakening has really taught you a lot about what really matters most to you, what ultimate happiness really means, and what you want to aim your life toward moving forward. Along with that, I have on track. So whatever you're doing, it seems to be exactly in alignment with what you should be doing right now. You're alchemizing pain into light, and you're allowing it to serve as your rising from the ashes, phoenix rising moment. And the phoenix rising is one of Scorpio's symbols along with the scorpion. Scorpio is known for being able to take difficult experiences and transmute them and transform them into life-altering experiences that lead them toward greater fulfillment and deeper connection with the divine and the divine within themselves. I also had this travel card come out along with all of that, and that could mean that you are thinking of doing some traveling, but to me it often just means that you're taking a risk, putting yourself outside of your comfort zone. You're trying something new. You're expanding into a part of yourself that maybe is new to you. Energetically, that is like traveling. You're hopping from one timeline to another in many ways. But along with all of that, what I also have is envy and jealousy. So this card introduces one out of two other people that I think are in your reading today. One of them I'll get into soon, but this is one person that's showing up in your reading. This card is referencing either somebody in your life or an energy around you that does not necessarily like what you're doing, that perhaps feels left behind by that. If it's a relationship, then the ending might have been with this person, and that would explain a little bit of why they're feeling a little envious and jealous if they're seeing you showing up like this now. But if it's not about the end of a relationship, it could also simply be somebody who would like to have joined you in this new season and who doesn't know how to align with that, and who for whatever reason can't. Maybe you're setting a boundary or something like that. This could be someone in your family. This could be simply just energy around you that you are sensing in some way. In the next row, what I have is this amazing purpose card. So I see a lot of things in this card. First of all, I see a portal, and that to me references this travel, that whatever you've gone through has led you to this gate, to this door, and you've started to walk through. But the other thing that I always see in this card are these stairs. And the stairs for me in this card always feel as though you're seeing each step one at a time. You don't see the whole staircase in front of you. You see one step that you need to take, you take that step, and then once you take that step, the next step appears. There's something to me about the fact that movement up the staircase is intentionally slow and mindful, that you fully embody the step that you're on before you step onto the next one. And that slow intentional movement has really served in your favor. With respect to where these stairs are going, what came along with this is this rising star. So it feels as though in whatever way this applies in your life, you're stepping into a season of success. It might be a season where you're more visible. It might be a season where you are teaching, where you are guiding in some way. It seems as though it's a leadership role of some sort. She's standing there with a microphone on a stage. So apply this in whatever way makes sense to you. Along with it, you have this Page of Swords, which is really, to me, the seeker of divine truth. This is somebody who's learning a lot, and maybe what you're doing is learning a lot and teaching, but you seem to be really focused and quite passionate about what it is that you are learning, tapping into, and speaking on. These two together feel like really powerful calling transformation cards. And then along with that, I have the outcome is favorable. So again, you're on track. This experience, this ending somehow opened a doorway, a portal, a pathway for you to tap into your calling, perhaps your truest path. And if it hasn't yet, I just want you to know that that's the energy that you're sitting in. That means that the potential is there for this to manifest, for this to show up in your life, which is amazing. But then along with all of those, I have this confusion and illusion card. So this is, again, this person or this energy that's really just watching this and kind of stewing or feeling left behind. This might show up as somebody in your life who's like, I just don't get it. I don't understand what it is you're trying to accomplish here. This doesn't make sense to me. And who just can't seem to wrap their minds around what it is that you're trying to do or can't see the value in it. It could be somebody like that. But again, it could just be energetic. But regardless, it's clear that you're on the right path and that wherever this energy is coming from, you don't want to let it slow you down because you are moving in the direction that it seems like you're meant to be moving, at least from what I'm seeing here. And then in the next row, what I have is these two coming together are so, I've never seen this combination in the same row before, but this unexpected vitality. It feels as though, and this momentum, so this momentum card, the Eight of Wands came along with it. It's almost as though if your potential and your action were to be a pile of firewood, and if somebody were to have sprayed lighter fluid or whatever it's called all over and then thrown a match on it, it's like, phew, this really lights up something in your life, in your spirit, in your sense of purpose, so much so that it might catch you off guard. This feels like something that starts slow and intentional, and then when the moment is right, just sort of like lights up your world in some unexpected way. And then along with that, what I have here are introducing the next person in your reading. If you are looking for a relationship, this is a relationship row in your reading. If you're not looking for a relationship, this could simply mean an important partnership of some kind, because we do have the Two of Cups. And then again, this came in another reading. We have this nice guy and we have peace. There's something about this partnership or this relationship that either already has started to manifest or that is on its way, that's going to bring you a lot of peace, that's going to bring you a lot of contentment, maybe rounding out that fulfillment that you've been looking for, that you've been seeking, which is beautiful, whether it is a romantic relationship or a partnership of some other sort. But then along with that, again, I have someone's having thoughts about that. Someone doesn't love that either. It's kind of like they're looking at that opportunity that is showing up for you in a relationship or partnership, and they're almost looking wistful about it, like they're being left behind, or they're wishing that things were happening in a different way. And then along with that, I have shady energy. So there's something about that It's not really like a good vibe feeling. I mean, we already know that from the other cards that came out. But then along with that, I have you are worthy and you are protected. So I feel as though it's important to emphasize you are worthy of love. You are worthy of success and happiness and your 10 of Cups. It feels as though you're entering into a really beautiful season, but that you have to believe that you're worthy of that. You have to believe that this is possible. And it might be hard to believe if you've had endings and obstacles and pain and needed to be resilient for so long. It might be really important to remind yourself how to surrender and receive again when you've needed to be so resilient and strong. And then you have a season like this coming. It can only come in if you take the armor off at some point and allow yourself to embody a receptive energy. Even though you might sense some of this other stuff around you, I feel like it's really important to remember that you're on the right track and to trust that you are worthy and being protected and that the season is for you, that the season is possible. Okay, so in your last row, what I have is accomplishment and the Fool. So what this is saying to me is that accomplishment is possible through your surrender. And that's a little bit of what I was just talking about. See, she is not armored up at all. She's fully surrendered, ready to just trust that she will be held by this beautiful, sparkly, magical water when she falls in. She's holding her crystal and she's just trusting that the divine has her back, that all is well. She's not wearing armor. She's wearing a sundress. She is fully in her feminine energy. There's beautiful, light, surrendered feminine energy all throughout here that you seem to be embodying, or that you're being asked to trust yourself to embody again after needing to be so armored up and resilient and strong all the time. Okay, then what I have along with that is June and let God lead, you're being guided. So the let God lead, you're being guided really seems to go hand in hand with this, right? But then the June card coming along with that to me is simply speaking something about how this process started to get underway or was initiated somewhere in June, or that June was a central month in some way, a significant mile marker. When you look back on your timeline, maybe you'll always sort of remember June, July, August as turning points for you. All of that is so beautiful. I love it so much. This reading just really lit up my soul when I got the cards out. The fact that there is some hater energy around you in some way, whether it be a previous relationship or what it might be, when you see how much good is in here, that just really feels like a blip on the screen. I feel like it's only being pointed out at all so that you can see in comparison how much greater the good and the potential is compared to this, which you might be feeling and sensing as big, when in actuality, in the full picture, it's just a tiny fraction compared to the good that you're surrounded with and the blessings. So I feel like it was raised in this reading so that you could compare and contrast that energy. So I just want to get you one angel number to close out your reading and we will be good to go. One angel number for the Scorpio collective. Oh my goodness. I got 0, 0, 0, 0, the ending. Return to the embrace. So that's what this is. That's crazy. The angel number 0000 reminds you that you are one with God, indicating that a situation has gone through a complete cycle. Yes, it has. And with that, you are opening up a portal so that you can enter a whole new, beautiful cycle. There's so much available to you right now for you to step into, one step at a time. And as you move slowly in that direction, each step along the way, practicing more and more surrender, more and more trust, more and more of a heart-led way of living your life will unfold for you. Or at least there's the potential here for that. And I am so here for it. Let me know how this is unfolding in your life. If you feel comfortable, drop me a like or subscribe. Leave behind some of your energy so that I can feel into it for the next reading. And I will be back with a new video soon. Bye.